If you have not watched the first couple of episodes of Lord of the Mysteries and the first couple of episodes of To Be Hero X, it is ridiculous how good the art is. And what else is ridiculous is that they're both Chinese. They're both from China. Also, this video won't include any spoilers. So I've always seen Chinese anime or donghua, whatever, however you want to say it, as sort of worse than Japanese anime, because all the shows are 3D and, well, look like this. But over the past couple months, we've gotten some extremely well animated shows, 2D animated shows from China, those being To Be Hero X, The All-Devouring Whale, Super Cube, and recently Lord of the Mysteries. Each of these 4 anime have their own unique traits, but I'll stop beating around the bush and explain why the bar for anime has been raised. China is catching up. Okay.
How's the food tasting?
Oh, this stuff is bussin'.
I understand if you like watching mindless slop. I do too. Every so often I just go on totally legal streaming sites and check out what the latest slop is. But I do not understand how these writers can just recycle the same shit over and over again, add fan service, and then nothing else matters. They can still make money. Here's just one example with Ari Furita. I watched this around a year and a bit ago because I was just trying to find slop to keep my brain occupied. And pretty much, the story is this guy goes down into some dungeon thing and becomes OP. That's it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Just so this doesn't turn into a rant, right? I think this person said it the best. This is something I wasn't expecting. I was hoping for the whole Shield Hero treatment with high production budget, a good OST, and a nice balanced 24 episodes. But no, we get literal garbage. It is the animation of a budget hentai. CGI that might be even worse than Overlord's, music that sounds like it was taken from Audio Jungle, pacing so rushed it might come from a Formula 1 race, and last of all, they made Hajime sound like a fucking twat. So I want you to guess how many seasons this anime has. Not 1, not 2, but 3. This shit is, like, it's disgusting. 3 seasons for this slop. And it is genuinely flabbergasting that this anime can get 3 seasons. 3! How is it profitable? It is just flabbergasting that it is even profitable, let alone have 3 whole seasons. It is ridiculous. But it's not just this anime. It's not just Ari Furita who's a major offender. I could also throw in other slop that recently released, like The Unaware Atelier Meister, I Parry Everything, which I watched in 4 times speed and still got bored, and The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows, along with every other Spark Note title anime. So I know what you're thinking. Stop trying to compare Chinese hits to anime slop. But guys, these Chinese hits are probably the lower budget projects anyways. Most Chinese animation is 3D. That's the norm. So logically, studios would pour more of their resources into their tried and true 3D animation rather than 2D. And this can be seen with films like Big Fish and Begonia, which had around $4.2 million budget for $42,000 per minute of runtime. And that's compared with things like The Legend of Qin, which is actually a show, not a movie, but it works to prove my point. The Legend of Qin had $5.5 million budget for around $65,000 per minute. And then we also have larger projects like New Gods, Neja, which had a $27.9 million budget for around $250,000 per minute. And this is a film, by the way. It's really difficult to talk about this type of stuff because, private companies don't just share the budgets of their anime, right? Like these titles that I'm talking about, To Be Hero X, etc. They don't just have their budgets online for us to see. But I think it's fair to assume that China's studios are more confident with 3D animation, so they'll probably get more budget. to sort of follow up on this idea, if you're curious, the average Japanese 13 episode anime is gonna cost around $50,000 per minute, and obviously this is variable based on how big the project is, but that's sort of just a reference point for these examples that I threw up on the screen as well. If you're really trying to compare China and Japanese budgets. But as a matter of principle, let's just compare some of these Chinese studios to top Japanese studios like Madhouse and MAPPA. So taking a look at MAPPA, we can see, 8.62 for Death Note, 8.48, 9.03, 8.05. We've got a lot of 8s, we've got a lot of high 7s, 7. We've got Frieren, of course, wholly goated. We've got, 7 and 8. That's the general consensus. And then we also have MAPPA here, who's also 8, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. All very good ratings. 7, 7, 8, all 7 and 8s. We have all these great ratings, of course. All these anime are critically acclaimed, and I'm sure you know plenty. But then let's go to BC May Pictures. And what we have here, 7, 8, 8. We have a 6, whatever. 8, 8, 7, 8. So like their top shows, they're sort of on a roll, like with these shows. And then this is Lord of the Mysteries, of course, which has been absolutely amazing so far. And so these couple releases, probably a third of them have been 7 to 8 ratings, which is a little ridiculous considering 3D animation is the norm in China and they're doing 2D, right? We have the same deal with Big Firebird Culture, which is the animators behind Supercube and All Devouring Whale, where we have 7. There's a couple 6s. 7. I mean, the ones I'm most concerned about are these two, Supercube and All Devouring Whale, which had amazing animation. I'll show some on screen right now. And then we also have a couple other 7s as well. But obviously, these studios don't have that much experience if you just look at their catalog of shows, but come on, they are creeping up even onto these top tier studios. And then we have the people that are animating To Be Hero X, which has been amazing in terms of art direction and everything, that being B-Dream Studios. And they're responsible for Link Click, I hear is very good, and of course To Be Hero X, and we of course have Link Click with pretty high ratings, and then also To Be Hero X at 8, above 8 rating as well. So, hey, if Ufotable can carry Demon Slayer's rating with animation, Big Firebird can do it too. And yes, this is a shot of Demon Slayer, because there is no way, let's just look at Ufotable's ratings, there's no way that Demon Slayer's ratings have been above 8 every single season, if not for the fact that they're carried by their animation. Okay, I don't think that's a hot take, but whatever. But either way, Big Firebird is doing numbers with their animation. Just look at All Devouring Whale, okay? And then also, I'm sure you've seen this clip of Supercube too. It is insane. So they've done amazing with the animation for Supercube and All Devouring Whale, and then for Lord of the Mysteries, genuinely BC May is using cinematography to its fullest. These shots are insane. Like, it genuinely feels like I'm watching a movie. And also the story seems interesting so far as well. Hopefully it doesn't flop because of the story. But the shots that they have in this anime are insane. And then To Be Hero X has blown everyone out of the park with great animation, soundtrack, and insane art direction. It is ridiculous. Genuinely, China is catching up with Japan. And this is their pathway into this industry. They are now most definitely a competitor against Japan. And hey, competition breeds innovation, and what we're gonna get is better shows, better everything. Hopefully we don't get another The Beginning After the End. Like, please. I was waiting for that adaptation for so long just for it to be a slideshow. Oh, and Blue Lock Season 2. Don't forget about Blue Lock Season 2. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, please, and like.